The Huawei trade ban is now lifted and the US-based Google is all set to resume business activities with Google again. To make things clear and in detail, let's get into the video. As the majority of y'all might know, Huawei weeks back was blacklisted and was banned by the US government, and this resulted in Google to stop all the business operations with Huawei. Since Huawei was using the Android operating system for all their devices, this ban had a huge impact to the Chinese tech giant. Although there were attempts made by both Huawei and Google to sort this issue out, no interest was made by the US government to resolve this issue. There were also some requests made by Google to the US government to lift the ban, and since there was no response from the US government, Google too started giving up. Now the breaking news we have got for you today is, after weeks of ban, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has finally decided to lift Huawei's ban, which is an entirely surprising turnaround which no one expected to happen anytime soon. Huawei was referred to as a threat to national security by the US President recently. That opinion seems to be softened as this ban is lifted as a part of the trade deal with China. It seems like the Chinese government has played a huge role in making Huawei to get what they deserve. Huawei will start continuing business operations with Google, and this will ensure that upcoming Huawei devices will feature the Android operating system, and the existing users too will get the future security and patch updates. According to what Trump said today, Huawei will be able to resume all the business activities with the US-based companies, which means they will not only be able to resume the business activities with Google but also with Qualcomm. Huawei in future will be able to use the Snapdragon chipsets for their upcoming devices. Using Snapdragon chipsets for Huawei devices would sound pretty unlikely since Huawei has their very own Kirin chipset, but maybe they could use Snapdragons like what Samsung does by not using their Exynos on some devices. Depending on how quick the US government is going to lift the ban, the company would be able to come back really quick. Trump's meeting with President Xi of China seems to be a discussion that has resolved many issues. The trade war between the two countries seems to be settling little by little. Now the question we all have is, Huawei will resume getting Android for their devices, but what will happen to the Hongmeng OS? Well, my prediction on that was made in my previous Huawei video. You can watch the video by clicking on the link which just popped up there. That's all we have for now. Stay connected and updated with us by subscribing us. Give the video a thumbs up if it really helped you. This was Akil for Tech Digest.